I get it. Don't worry about it.
It's a couple of them that came up.
I get it.
Oh, okay. Which one was it?
Slot 35. Up and down.
Oh, that water open down there.
Down there?
Not that one, but the one by the chauffeur.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I already put two in the freezer anyway. It's cool.
I did too.
I said I put two in the freezer anyway.
Yeah, I know what we do it.
Yeah.
We finna drink some juice. A little small inkling. That's what we drink.
That's it.
That's it, man. That's it. That's it.
Oh. It's almost here.
We here now. It's old news. Shalom, shalom. Sister Hannah, shalom. Shalom, shalom. First one in the chat tonight, huh? All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High God. Real. Shalom, shalom. Shelly Burks. Shalom, shalom. Excuse me. Like the screen. What is shalom? I mean peace or salute. It's just basically just like saying hello or goodbye. Shalom, shalom. Shalom and shalom the same way. Shalom, shalom. All praise. We're going to touch on that. I know Officer Bear Kite touched on it. That memorial blowing of trumpets. I'm going to touch on it a little bit again tonight. Because our memorial blowing of trumpets coming in tomorrow. Memorial blowing trumpets, we starting to celebrate the memorial blowing of trumpets. We're going into it tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Shalom, Hosea. Salute, salute, shalom. Right? Without further ado, let's go get it, man. Let's get to it, man. Let's go to Romans chapter 15 right quick. Romans chapter 15. Well, I ain't pulled this. I wanted to go here tonight because I ain't pulled this precept. Man, I'm talking about it's been many moons since I pulled this precept, though. For real. Get there, let's read it.
You want Romans 15 start at 1?
Huh?
You want
15 started from 4.
The book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime.
It said, for whatsoever things were written aforetime.
Were written for our learning.
These things are written for our learning. So, like, when we consider the Bible, I mean, some people consider me as an elder, but I won't consider myself as an elder in truth. Right? It's just a title. Just like I'm a captain in the congregation. I'm one of the leaders of the congregation. Yahushua is the leader. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah. Look at that, Ray. Ray, what's up, Ray, man? Ray in here early in this thing.
Yeah.
All praises, man. So the Bible said the things that are written aforetime were written for our learning. Man, read.
That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
Might have hope. Read.
Now the God of patience and consolation grant you to be like-minded.
It says, "Oh, the God of patience," right? You got to think. The Bible called our God. He says a God of patience, because the Lord is long suffering, man.
No.
Right? Read. Excuse me.
One towards another.
Right?
According to Hamashiach Yahushua.
So we're supposed to be have patience. It said, "Granted unto you to be like-minded one towards another, according to Hamashiach Yahushua."
Yeah.
Right? So the Lord is basically telling us, guess what, man? We're supposed to be, you see, that this Bible is supposed to be for us. Yeah. And as we see the Bible is supposed to be for us, we got to learn, try to be, you got to think about patience. You got to think about long suffering. But a lot of times, brothers and sisters don't really consider patience and long suffering. They think patience and long suffering is that I can do whatever I want to do and nobody check me on it. That's not patience and long suffering. Guess what? Patience and long suffering goes a long way. Hey, hence, brothers that's doing classes that's here in the Battle Axes, patience and long sufferance.
Yep.
Brothers that's doing classes, hence, patience and long sufferance is a good class to go into.
Yep. Yes,
it is. All right? It's a real good class to go into, man.
Yeah.
Because this is what, that's why these scriptures give us hope, man. That's why these scriptures give us a clear understanding of how we supposed to be. All right? Let's get to it, man. We're going to get straight to it. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 23. Leviticus chapter 23. Start at verse 1.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel.
So the Bible told, guess what? The Lord told Moses to speak unto the children of Israel, right? Read.
Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them,
what he say?
Concerning the feast of the Lord.
Concerning the feast of the Lord, read. Which
ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts.
He said, even these are my feasts, right? So, who is this circle? Who is this circle? I mean, what's the circle delete? Who is that in the chat?
Control delete.
Control delete. Who is that?
I don't know, but I'm about to find out.
It says, what's happening on 31st? What you mean, man? We trying to do a memorial blowing the trumpets class, and here you come. Let me see.
Blank.
Come on, man. Shalom, shalom to the Hebrews and Hebrews in the chat that I didn't say shalom to. All right.
X, are we pagans?
Hey, control delete. Hey. We ain't for the scoffing, my boy. Oh, my girl, wherever you at, we gonna meet you there today. Shit. We gonna meet you there today. Right? So, read verse 2 again. Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 2.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel.
The Bible told us to get what the Lord told Moses to speak unto the children of Israel. Read.
And say unto them.
And say unto Moses. Read.
Concerning the feast of the Lord.
It said concerning the feast of the Lord. Hey, control delete. Guess what? You sit back and you listen to the class, you'll learn you something. You'll learn you something today. Just sit back and be patient. You'll learn a whole lot today. Right? You'll learn something about the children of Israel. Guess what? They said, who is the children of Israel? You looking at them.
Huh.
You in the chat with them. Right? Read.
Which ye shall proclaim to be a holy convocation.
Which the Lord said, he said that he shall proclaim for a holy convocation. Read.
Even these are my feasts.
And the Lord said, these are my feasts. What about October the 31st? What about July the 4th? What about December the 25th? What of these days to the Lord? Go to Amos chapter 5 and verse 21. Let's see what that say. See what this say. See what Amos chapter 5 and verse 21 say.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days.
The Lord said he hate your feast days, meaning what? All these feast days that a man will try to bring up, all these holidays, the Lord said he hate it. He hate that, man. Read.
And I will not smell in your solemn assembly.
And the Lord said he's not even going to smell in their solemn assembly, man. Right? Man, you think I'm finna go? He says, you can't be from the children of Israel. Why would I go back and forth on a person about if we Israelites? And you on a fake page. I'm not giving, man, we're not giving nobody more time. If you come up on our page with a fake page, you ain't getting no time, man.
Right.
You just not getting no time. You're going to have to come on here with a real page. Like, for real. And we're going to answer a lot of questions. But not with a person with a fake page. I just answered your question. Man, I think he need to be on 86,000.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey,
86.
Control Delete, you ever heard of 86,000? You're going to find out today. Shalom, Mama Mariah. Control Delete found out what 86,000 mean today.
We 86K in them.
We 86K in them, man. Told you they're going to have to, they finna find out today. They come on here doing that again. You gonna find out what 86,000 mean. Might probably pull up another. He said, she said, Zaco Manta said, what's 86K?
I put it right there in the chat.
You better scroll up and look.
86K, take that scalping away.
All right. The Lord say he despised man's feast days, meaning what? He hate the man-made holidays. Those so-called pagan holidays, the Lord say he hate those things, man.
God,
Right? The Lord say he despised it. Verse 22, huh?
Verse 22. Though ye offer me burnt offering,
Right?
and your meat offering.
Because there's a lot of people, when they, guess what? And a lot of people, they be in these churches. Guess what they do on Sunday, on their Sunday worship? They be in these churches saying amen and praise the Lord, and they have all this Sunday meal, and they pray over it, and the Lord don't even hear none of that.
None.
Right? Read.
I will not accept them.
The Lord said he would not accept it. Read.
Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts.
Right? But the Lord said he's not even going to, the fat beast meaning what? The stuff that they put on the grill, man. Right? The food that they cook, the Lord said he's not going to accept it. Read.
Take thou away from me the noise of thy song.
So the Lord said, even the songs they play, the Lord said he don't even want to hear it, man. Read.
For I will not hear the melody of thy viols.
Right? So the Lord said he have no melody of thy viols. Right? This is plain upon tables, man. Right?
What do you read 24?
No. Let's go back to Leviticus chapter 23. How can we prove that we Israelites?
Wait, what?
That's what Jessica, she said, where's the proof you have to make that you believe you're an Israelite? I'm going to tell you the proof it is. Read Deuteronomy 28. Read Romans 8 and 1. What Jessica Smith page look like. Right? Read Jeremiah chapter 17. Right?
Blank. Another blank.
Right? Read Jeremiah chapter 17. That's easy. Why do y'all think we the only nation that they, guess what? The so-called white man, guess what he can do? He can trace his lineage back. Guess what? He can trace his lineage back for generations.
Yeah.
Why we can't do it? Because the Lord said in Jeremiah chapter 17, he said, our nation people going to be discontinued from our heritage. That's why we know. We're going to make it plain. We're going to keep it just like that. We ain't going to go too deep in it. Right? Just ain't going to go too deep in it. We just going to keep it right there. The Lord said we was going to discontinue for our heritage, and that's exactly what happened in Jeremiah chapter 17. Right? And guess what? That's how we know who we are, right? Big Con, man. Shemel being Yasharala.
Yeah, he just posted what you were talking about.
Right? That's it. Big Con. And so this is what happened, man. The Lord said this is a hey, that's how we can identify who we are. Guess what? Ain't no other nation in the world identity is being hidden like our identity is being hidden.
God.
Simple as that. They not hiding other people's nationality, but guess who nationality they hiding? They hiding ours. Right? They hiding our nationality.
God.
Right? We've been everything. We've been niggas. We've been everything. Afro-American, African-American, blacks. God damn, what else y'all want to call us? The Lord, even the curses said we're gonna be called a byword. I mean, what did it say? A proverb and a byword, man. Man, what they been doing? Calling us a proverb and a byword.
God.
Everything but the sons of God. Man, that's a hook. Proverb and the byword. Yeah, with everything but the sons of God.
Yeah. Samuel say he's from Pine Bluff.
Who?
Samuel Ben Yasharala.
You say from Pine Bluff?
He said I'm Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Pine Bluff, Arkansas. What's up, Pine Bluff? You know, I'm from the South, too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew it. You know, I'm from the South, too. Right? But anyway, let's go back to Leviticus, man, chapter 23. You got to get some more on that. Hood over here drinking all this damn juice up.
Oh, man.
Hood over there drinking the hell out of this juice.
Boy, here a little there. All right, verse 3. The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 3.
Hey, Shemel bin Yasharala. But get with your brew. Hey, you never know. Down there in the bluff, man. I know a lot about the bluff, Stank City. But anyway, let's read it. Where we at?
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 3.
No, not verse 3. Jump down to verse 10.
All right, verse 10. Speak unto the children of Israel.
And do what?
And say unto them, when ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. Right.
So, thinking about how our high holy days was. Every time we had a high holy day, we were supposed to be bringing something to the Lord. That's why the Lord said, "Don't come empty-handed, man."
Yeah.
Right? It be plain that the Lord told us not to come empty-handed, man. Jump down to verse 23.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel.
Right.
Saying in the 7th month.
Saying in the 7th month, which we'll be going in tomorrow. Right? Read.
In the first day of the month.
He say in the first day of the month, read.
You shall have a Sabbath.
Shall be a what?
A Sabbath.
So it said the first day of the month shall be as a Sabbath, meaning what? Is it the 7-day Sabbath, or is the Sabbath meaning what? It's a high holy day. Right? You gotta read. It's just that's a simple fix too. You got to read in Esther's. You got to read Leviticus chapter 23. What did it say? Exodus chapter 12. First Maccabees,
That's a lot, yeah.
right? You got many places you can get all the high holy days in, right? These are the places you can kind of pretty much go into, and they touch on these high holy days, man. Right? It goes into the Maccabees goes into the dedication, and it goes into destruction of Nicanor,
Yep.
and then you got Esther goes into Feast of Purim
Yep.
and destruction of Nicanor. Then you got Leviticus chapter 23 goes into quite a few high holy days.
Trumpets, tabernacle, Passover.
Trumpets, Tabernacle, Passover, Pentecost, Day of Atonement, Memorial blowing the trumpet, like you say, what we look, Feast of Tabernacles, all these things go in there, right? Exodus chapter 20 even going into the 7-day Sabbath, and in Leviticus 23 and goes into that too. But it says this Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 24.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month,
Right.
ye shall have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing trumpets.
He said a memorial of blowing trumpets. This is what we're going to touch on, man. The memorial of blowing trumpets, right? Because we got to think, it was many trumpets that was blown in the land, right? Trumpets of war, trumpets of fasting, trumpets of warning, right? Think about how our God is, man. We got a just God, man. Verse 25.
And a holy convocation.
He said, guess what? And the reason why the Lord called it as a Sabbath, because this is a holy convocation, right? Even on the new moons is considered just as a Sabbath day, it's a high day, right? But read on.
Verse 25. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Right, read.
But ye shall offer an offering made by fire
And
unto the Lord.
We're gonna touch that offering because do we give an offering now? No, we don't. Go to Sirach chapter 33. Verse 7.
The book of Sirach, chapter 33, verse 7.
Right, read.
Why doeth one day excel another?
So it's asking a question. It said, why do one day excel another? Read.
When as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun.
So he said every day is in the sun. No matter what. All the days are up under the sun. Meaning what? It's no new thing up under the sun. Right? Every day is just like the next day. Right? But it's going to give a description on what it's talking about. Read on.
By the knowledge of the Lord.
By the knowledge of the Lord, not men, but the knowledge of the Lord. Read.
They were distinguished.
The Lord distinguished certain days. Right? Read.
And he altered seasons and feasts.
And he altered seasons and feasts. Meaning what? He made this day a feast day, this day a feast day. This day a season, this day a season. This day a Sabbath day, this day is a high holy day. Read.
Verse 9. Some of them have he made high days.
The Lord said some of them he made high days, meaning high holy days. Read.
And hallowed them.
And sanctified them, means separated them from other days. Read.
And some of them have he made ordinary days.
Meaning what? 6 days shall thy labor, and on the Sabbath this is a rest, right? Even on the new moons, right? Read.
Verse 10. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge the Lord have divided them, and made their ways diverse.
So guess what? Just like all the people of the earth, how he separated the days, that's how he did it to people of the earth. That's how he did it for his people too. The same damn way, man. Right? The Lord literally separated those things, man, in the Lord's perfection, man. Right? Well, I ask. Right? So the Lord said he separated those things, man. Watch this. Go to Nehemiah chapter 8. Nehemiah chapter 8. We're gonna start at verse 1 too.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 8, verse 1. And all the people gathered themselves together as one man.
As what?
As one man.
Meaning they was on one accord, man. Right? Read.
Into the street that was before the water gate.
So it was a street before the water gates, right? Read.
And they spake unto Ezra.
What they spake on the edge of
the
saying?
scribe, to bring the book of the law of Moses.
Right.
Which the Lord had commanded to Israel.
So guess what? The same time, the same thing in Nehemiah, when they was trying to keep the God's law, statutes, and commandments, what did they do? They went to the laws. They went to read. They wanted to get back in order. Nehemiah didn't want to go back into captivity, man. Right? Read.
Verse 2. And Ezra the priest brought the law before the congregation. Both of men and women.
Both of men and women, read.
And all that could hear with understanding.
So everybody that can hear with understanding, read.
Upon the first day of the 7th month.
So what you think we doing now? We trying to bring thus said the Yahweh the power, man.
God.
Right? Trying to bring thus said the Lord to the people, man.
God.
But it's not the first day of the 7th month, but it's the day before. Right? But we still trying to bring in thus said the Lord, but we see how Ezra was in the spirit, man.
God.
Right? Read.
Verse 3. And he read therein before the street that was before the water gate.
So the same water gate that he was talking about, where Ezra the scribe was bringing the books to, this is what he was breaking down. Right? Read.
From the morning until midday.
From the morning until midday. Read.
Before the men and the women. And those that could understand.
Right.
And the ears of all the people that were attentive unto the book of the law.
So everybody that came out to listen to the word, Ezra was bringing thus said the Lord, man, to the people, man. Right? That was a beautiful thing that he did, man. Right? Verse 8.
Verse 8. So they read in the book, in the law of God.
So they read in the book of the law of Moses. Read that again.
So they read in the book, in the law of God.
Brother should have it. That should be, I'm talking about, look. I'm trying to look. Them some cuts. They read in the book of the law of God. Read.
Distinctly, and gave the sense.
It said distinctly, and they gave the understanding. Read.
And caused them to understand the reading.
And caused them to understand the reading, man. See, you got to think about Ezra was the scribe, but he was a priest. Right? Verse 9.
Verse 9. And Nehemiah, which is the Tershantha, and Ezra, the priest, the scribe.
Right?
And the Levites.
And the Levites, read.
That taught the people, said unto all the people, this day is holy unto the Lord your God. Mourn not.
What the Lord told us not to do.
Mourn not.
So get what, man? When we going into this memorial blowing the trumpet, the Lord said, mourn not. Meaning what? It should be joyfulness and gladness.
God.
Why do you think the Lord said, mourn not, man? We got to make sure that we keep this thing together, man. We're going to touch on that too. He said, mourn not. So when you on these high holy days, there ain't no mourning. It's supposed to be getting in the joyfulness and gladness of heart, man. This is one of the curses that the Lord had. This is why we went into these curses, because we didn't want to do this. We got tired of serving the Lord, right? Read.
Nor weep, for all the people wept when they heard the words of the law.
So the Lord said, no mourning, no weep, because for all the people was weeping when they heard the law. Right? This is how you get yourself in a better frame of mind. Right? Put that spirit back on you, man. Right? Put that spirit on you, man, that's gonna make you do thus said the Lord, man. Right? You should want to get that spirit on you, man. Go to Numbers chapter 10 right quick, man. Brothers and sisters, you should want that spirit on you, man. Right? Start at verse 7. Verse 6. Verse 2. Verse 1. Give me verse 1.
I got y'all. The book of Numbers, chapter 10, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
What he say?
Make thee 2 trumpets
He
of
said,
silver.
make 2 trumpets of silver. Read.
Of a whole piece shalt thou make them.
He said, a whole piece shall you make you a whole piece shall you make it. Man, just imagine a big silver trumpet, man. Right, read.
That thou mayest use them for the calling of the assembly.
So guess what? This is one of the things that they were doing with the trumpets. So the calling of the assembly, man. Right? Let me see if I can get there right quick. Hold on. Bear with me 1 second. What's that precept I'm looking for? Watch this. Go to, this is the precept. Go to Sirach chapter 50 and verse 16.
Verse 2.
For verse 2. So the Lord told him to make 2 trumpets of silver of a whole piece, and thou shalt make them that thou mayest use for the calling of the assembly. Right?
Book of Sirach, chapter 50, verse 16. Then shouted the sons of Aaron.
Then shouted the sons of Aaron, saying, doing what?
And sounded the silver trumpet.
And did what?
And sounded the silver trumpet.
The same thing we read in Numbers chapter 10 and verse 2, right?
Come.
Read.
And made a great noise to be heard for a remembrance before the Most High.
Right? So guess what? This is the same thing that they was doing. The calling and symbol, because guess what? When you go calling unto the Lord, and we're gonna touch on that too. When you calling unto the Lord with your trumpet, you calling for the Lord to be in the midst of you, man.
Oh.
Right? Calling for the Lord to hear you, right? Let's go back to Numbers chapter 10, man.
The book of Numbers, chapter 10, verse 3. And when they shall blow with them, all the assembly shall assemble themselves to thee at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
So guess what? After they did the calling, and then they guess what? They was assembled, right? Read on.
Verse 4. And if they blow but with 1 trumpet.
So it's explaining, if they blow with 1 trumpet, read.
Then the princes, which are heads of the thousands of Israel, shall gather themselves unto thee. So
guess what? If they blow with 1 trumpet, I mean all the leadership finna run over there to them. Right? Read.
Verse 5. When ye blow an alarm, then the camps that lie on the east parts shall go forward. So now, look how the trumpets do. So when they blow the trump, now the camps on the east, they gonna go forward, right? Read. Verse 6. When ye blow an alarm the second time, then the camps that lie on the south side shall take their journey. So now if you blow he said if you blow for the second time, now the south is going. You see how they assembling in order, man, right? Watch this, read. They shall blow an alarm for their journey. They're gonna blow the alarm for their journey. So we got the alarm for the calling, we got the alarm for the assembly, we got the alarm for the alarm, we got the trumpet for the alarm, right? You got the trumpet for the calling, trumpet for the assembly, trumpet for the alarm. Now you got the trumpet for your journey, right? Verse 7. But when the congregation is to be gathered together, you shall blow, but ye shall not sound an alarm. So, but to bring the congregation together, he said, you shall blow, but don't bring an alarm. Right? It's not an alarming blow, right? It's a dee-dee-dee, it's a little alarming blow, not an alarming blow. You know, get what you know when it's a real alarm. Right? Did that precept with 50 and 17? Oh, yeah. Right? Verse 8. And the sons of Aaron, the priests, shall blow with the trumpets. And they shall be to you for an ordinance forever.
For how long?
Forever.
So guess what? This is a part of our custom. Our custom was for us. Why you think we still got the chauffeurs and we still got the trumpets and stuff right now? What you think this is for? Right? Because we literally blow our alarm because this was a part of our heritage, man. Right? This was all part of our heritage, man. Read.
Throughout your generation.
Through how long?
Throughout your generation.
He said throughout our generations. Read.
And if ye go to war.
Now this is the war trumpet, right? Read.
And if ye go to war in your land.
In your land, read.
Against the enemy.
Against your enemies.
That oppresses you. Then ye shall blow an alarm with the trumpet.
So the Lord said you shall blow alarm with the trumpets, right? Read.
And ye shall be remembered before the Lord your God, and ye shall be saved from your enemies.
You see how they go? So we got the calling trumpet, we got the assembly, we got the journey, right? We got the gathering of the congregation. Now we got the war, right? These is all trumpets, man, that should be blown, right? Verse 10.
Verse 10. Also in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginning of your months, ye shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offering.
Now this is the feast day trumpet, right? This is the feast day trumpet, right? This is how we break down the understanding of the trumpets. This is why these things are so important for us to have, right? Because the trumpet was a part of, it's always been part of our customs. It's never not, just like the burning of incense. This was our custom, right? Even them damn East Indians that had a goddamn diamond, they took it from our women. The Lord put a jewel in our women's foreheads, man, right? There's a lot of custom that we had that we done lost a lot of our ways, man. But then we see all these different nations be having all the different stuff, and we be wondering why they be doing it. But a lot of them stuff they get it from us. All right? They think they make it like they do it so big, and they don't even be doing it big, man.
Let me finish this out.
Yeah, finish that out.
And over the sacrifices of your peace offerings.
So over the sacrifice of the peace offering, read.
That they may be to you for a memorial before your God.
Before our God.
I am the Lord your God.
So this is the reason why we have the blowing of the trumpet, man. Right? Let me see. This is why we had a blowing of the trumpets, man. Right? I wanna. Let me see if I want to do that. Watch this. Go to Judges chapter 4. Start verse 3. Judges chapter 7, verse 4. Judges chapter 7 and verse 3. That's what I want.
The book of Judges. Chapter 7, verse 3. Now, therefore, go to proclaim in the ears of the people, saying...
He said, how can you tell the difference? That's what Abraham said. We're going to get to it, Abraham. We're going to get to it. Read it.
Whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early from Mount Gilead.
Read.
And there return of the people 22,000. And there remained 10,000.
There remained 10,000. Read.
And the Lord said unto Gideon,
what he say?
The people are yet too many.
Right, he said people are yet too many. Read.
Bring them down unto the water, and I will try them for thee there. And it shall be thee that of whom I say unto thee,
right,
this small go with thee.
This small go with thee. Read.
The same shall go with thee, and of whomsoever I say unto thee, this small shall not go with thee.
Right? So if verse 6 goes into the 300. Right? Verse 8.
The same shall not go. Verse 8. So the people took victuals.
Victuals, read.
Victuals in their hands, and their trumpets.
And their trumpets, read.
And he sent all the rest of Israel, every man unto his tent, and retained those 300 men.
Right.
And the host of Midian was beneath him in the valley.
So guess what? They had a host of Midian. The Midianites was taking us into what? Captivity. Right? So the Lord required Jerubbaal to go out there to fight. Right? Verse 15.
Verse 15. And it was so, when Gideon heard the telling of the dream and the interpretation thereof,
right,
that he worshipped and returned into the host of Israel and said, Arise.
Arise, read.
For the Lord hath delivered unto your hand the host of Midian.
So he said, the Lord delivered unto our hand the host of Midian. Read.
Verse 16. And he divided the 300 men into 3 companies.
So now he divided the 300 men into 3 companies, 100 on each side. Right, read.
And he put a trumpet in every man's hand.
And he gave every man a trumpet. You see how that is, man? Right, read.
With empty pitchers and lamps within the pitchers.
Right, read.
And he said unto them,
what'd he say?
Look on me and do likewise.
So he said, whatever I do, this is what y'all need to do. Right, read.
And behold, when I come to the outside of the camp, it shall be that as I do, so shall ye do.
So he said, as I do, so shall you do. Read.
When I blow with a trumpet.
Right.
And I and all that are with me, then blow ye the trumpets also on every side of the camp.
So he said, as he blow the trumpet, everybody blow the trumpet on every side of the camp. Think about it, he had 100 over here, 100 over here, 100 over here. So it made them look like they were surrounding the Midianites, right? Right, read.
And say, the sword of the Lord and of Gideon.
Right, read.
So Gideon and the 100 men that were with him came unto the outside of the camp.
Read.
And in the beginning of the middle watch, and they had but newly set the watch, and they blew the trumpets and brake the pitchers that were in their hands.
So guess what, man? You see how they made it like a eruption noise? They had like glass pitchers, like some pitchers. And as they were blowing the trumpet, they were clashing. Right?
Psychological warfare.
Psychological warfare, man. Right? It was all psychological warfare, man, what they was doing, man. You got to think about how I strategize, how our people be. Right? I'm talking about nothing but strategy. Right? Read.
Verse 20. And the 3 companies blew the trumpet and brake the pitchers and held the lamps in their left hand.
So they break the pitchers and they held the lamps in their left hand. Read.
And the trumpets in their right hand.
And the trumpets in their right hand.
To blow withal. And they cried.
It said to blow withal. What that means to blow withal?
Blow with all they got.
They blow with all they got. They blowing for a long time. This is the trumpet of war. That's the alarm. Right? That's the difference between right? Guess what? It's a symbol time. But when you hear a long, guess what? You know there's something wrong. Anytime you hear a long bell, or just think about when you hear a long bell, everybody gonna look around. Right? You feel danger. Just think about it in your psychological, you feel that danger. Right? But read on.
And they cried, and the sword of the Lord and of Gideon. And they stood every man in his place.
Right?
Round about the camp. And all the hosts ran and cried and fled.
So all the men ran and cried and fled. You see how that go, man? Right? Why you think we? That's why it's so pivotal that we celebrate these things, man.
You got to.
Right? It's why pivotal that we got to celebrate these things. Read.
Verse 22. And the 300 blew the trumpets And the Lord set every man's sword against his fellow, even throughout all the hosts. And the hosts fled to Beth-Shittim in Jerubbaal, and to the border of Abel Maholiah, and to Bath.
Right? So guess what? They went to they fled out of their land, right? Because the Midianites couldn't stand up against what, guess what? It was just 300 men, right? Going against the whole host of Midianites. Then they didn't want to see it because guess what? That's why these trumpets, that's why they said when they were blowing they would sit there blowing their trumpet with all they might. Calling for, guess what? Our dear Father. Watch this. Go to Numbers chapter 31 right quick. Numbers chapter 31. Numbers chapter 31. Start at verse 1.
The book of Numbers, chapter 31, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
What he say?
Avenge the children of Israel of the Midianites.
Right? So the Lord told Moses to avenge the children of Israel of the Midianites. Because guess what? Not just the Philistines, we were fighting against the damn Midianites. The Midianites want that smoke with us, man. Right? Why you think we were fighting in the time of judging with Jerubbaal and in the time of Moses? Man, they really want that smoke, man. And the Lord told us to avenge them against the Midianites. Told Moses, man. Right? Because the Midianites want that smoke. But watch it read.
Afterward shalt thou be gathered unto my people. Unto thy people.
Unto thy people, read.
And Moses spake unto the people, saying,
What do you say?
Arm some of yourselves unto the war.
He said, arm yourself unto the war, read.
And let them go against the Midianites, and avenge the Lord of Midian.
Right, and guess what? Because the Lord wanted them to avenge the Lord of Midian, right? Read.
Of every tribe.
Of every tribe,
1,000.
1,000, meaning it's going to be 12,000 men, but it's going to say it, read.
Throughout all the tribes of Israel shall ye send to the war.
Till you send to the war, read.
So there were delivered out of the thousands of Israel 1,000 of every tribe.
Right, read.
12,000 armed for war.
Well, there was armed for war, right? You'll see, he said, because they were armed for war, read.
And Moses sent them to the war, 1,000 of every tribe, them and Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the priest, to the war with the holy instruments and the trumpets to blow in his hand. Right, verse 7. And they warred against the Midianites as the Lord commanded Moses. Right, because they slew the 5. Read on. And they slew all the males. Meaning they slew all the 5 kings of Midian. Hallelujah. Right? Well, you think they wanted to war with the boy? We were whooping, but we were kicking ass and taking names, man. Yeah. Like this was a real thing, man. Right? This was a real thing that you see us literally going to war and literally kicking butt, man. Yeah. Right? These right here was cries. These is going like into war strategy, but these was cries out for the war, right? Yeah. Watch this. Not the Ikes off the name. Not the Ikes off the name.
Right? For real. Let's go to 2nd Chronicles right quick. Second Chronicle, chapter 5. I'm going to start at verse 1.
The book of 2nd Chronicles, chapter 5, verse 1. Thus all the work that Solomon made for the house of the Lord was finished.
So this is after Solomon got finished building the temple, right? King David laid the blueprint out. Solomon went and built the temple. So all the work was complete. Read.
And Solomon brought in all the things that David his father had dedicated.
So everything that David dedicated for the temple, Solomon brought it into the temple. And it's going to explain. You read.
and the silver,
He brought silver, read.
and the gold,
And brought all the golds, read.
and all the instruments,
And all the instruments too, read.
put he among the treasures of the house of God.
These things was in our treasures because we always had money and gold and all. We always had that. Right? Read it.
Then Solomon assembled the elders of Israel and
Uh-huh.
all the heads of the tribes,
Right, read.
the chief of the fathers of the children of Israel,
Now the children of Israel, read.
unto Jerusalem,
Unto Jerusalem.
to bring up the ark of the covenant
Uh-huh.
of the Lord out of the city of David,
Uh-huh.
which is Zion.
Right? So the city of David is what?
Zion.
Is Zion. Right? Brothers need to make sure y'all write that down. City of David is Zion. Right? Read.
Wherefore all the men of Israel assembled themselves unto the king
Uh-huh.
in the feast, which was in the 7th month.
Which was in the what month?
In the 7th month.
So this goes into the 7th month, man. Right? The city of David is going into 2 Chronicles chapter 5 and verse 2. It's called Zion, the city of David.
Yeah.
Alright? Make sure y'all had it written down. But this right here. So, think about this. Right? Solomon just got finished building the temple. What month did it say it was going into?
7th.
This was the 7th month when Solomon had just got finished building the temple. Yeah. Meaning what? Completion. Let that sizzle in your spirit, man. Right? Let that sizzle in your spirit. Solomon had just got finished building the temple. Right? Read verse 3 again.
Verse 3. Wherefore all the men of Israel assembled themselves unto the king
Uh-huh.
in the feast, which was in the 7th month.
So now they in the feast of the 7th month. Read.
And all the elders of Israel came, and the Levites took up the ark,
And the Levites took up the ark because they already knew their administrations, man. Read.
and they brought up the ark and the tabernacle of the congregation.
Right? Because guess what? They had the ark inside the tabernacle congregation. Solomon just built a temple. So now that means you got to bring the ark of the covenant and the tabernacle congregation, and they got to put this thing up.
Yeah.
Why? Because now we got a temple. They had the tabernacle congregation. They was moving it around from place to place to place. Wherever we had camped at, we had the tabernacle congregation.
Yeah.
Right? And the ark of the covenant. But so now we got the temple. We should put the ark in the temple.
Yeah.
Right? But read.
And all the holy vessels that were in the tabernacle,
Right?
these did the priests and the Levites bring up.
He said, these did the priests and the Levites brought up. Read.
Verse 6. Also King Solomon and all the congregation of Israel that were assembled unto him before the ark sacrificed sheep and oxen,
So they sacrificed sheep and oxen. Read.
which could not be told nor numbered for multitude.
Right? Read on.
And the priests brought in the ark of the covenant of the Lord unto his place.
Unto its place, because they made a place directly for the ark of the covenant inside the temple. Right? Read.
To the oracle of the house, into the holy, into the most holy place.
Into the most, because there was a spot inside the house that was the most holy place. That's why they put the tablet. That's why they put the ark of the covenant there, right? Because the Most High Spirit came where? Into the ark of the covenant, man.
That was behind that veil, right?
Yeah, it's behind the veil. Right, you got it. Read.
Even under the wings of the cherubim.
Even on the wings of the cherubim, read.
For the cherubim spread forth their wings over the place of the ark.
So you see how they go? You gotta let you know how it was most holy, because even they had what? Angels and chariots around that mug, man. Read.
And the cherubims covered the ark and the staves thereof above.
The staves that were above, read.
And they drew out the staves of the ark, that the ends of the staves were seen from the ark before the oracle.
God dang, it was nothing but power, man.
God.
Right, read.
But they were not seen without. And there it was, there it is unto this day.
Right? It said they was not seen without. If you seen the chariots, if you seen all the glory of the Lord, get what? That's where the ark was sitting at.
God.
Right? Read.
Verse 10. There was nothing in the ark save the 2 tables which Moses put therein at Horeb.
Right, read.
When the Lord made a covenant with the children of Israel, when they came out of Egypt.
When they came out of Egypt.
And it came to pass, when the priests were come out of the holy place, for all the priests that were present were sanctified, and did not then wait by the course.
Right.
By course.
So that all the priests was sanctified, meaning what? They couldn't, they was already prepared to do the work.
God.
Right? Abraham, you don't know what veil, you don't, come on, I know you more learned than that. The veil that was before the Ark of the Covenant. God dang, I know Abraham more learned than that. Come on, stay with us. Read.
Verse 12. Also the Levites, which were the singers.
Get what? The Levites were singers too.
God.
They had big ministrations.
God.
Luther Vandross in there, man. Right? Read.
All of them of Asaph, of Heman, of Jeduthun, with their sons and their brethren, being arrayed in white linen.
Right, read.
Having cymbals and psalteries and harps, stood at the east end of the altar.
Right.
And with them 120 priests sounding with trumpets.
You see how they go? When you walked up in the temple, you see the 120 Levites with nothing but trumpets blowing them mugs, man. And singers. Damn. Right, read.
And it came, it came to pass, it came even to pass, as the trumpeters and the singers were as one.
They was as one, read.
To make one sound.
To make one sound, read.
To be heard in praising and thanking the Lord.
Right.
And when they lifted up their voice with the trumpets and cymbals and instruments of music and praised the Lord, saying, for he is good.
Right.
For his mercy endured forever.
Read on.
That then the house was filled with a cloud, even the house of the Lord.
So guess what? Just think about it. When they were singing and they were blowing the trumpets, the Lord said he filled the house.
Oh.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
Oh.
We want to be blowing the trumpet and the Lord filled our house, man. Right? You got the trumpets blowing and the Lord just filled the house up, man.
Want to read that 14?
Well, that's special, man.
Yeah, it is.
Right? That's special, man. Read.
Verse 14. So that the priests could not stand to minister by reason of the cloud.
Because the priests couldn't even minister because the cloud was so thick, man. The Most High God got it going. Read.
God. For the glory of the Lord had filled the house of God.
He said, so guess what? Why you think it's saying in the Sirach chapter 32 not to speak when the music is playing? Let that sizzle in your spirit. Let that sizzle in your spirit. It said, so that the priest could not stand to minister by reason of the cloud. Meaning what? Sirach chapter 32. Why you think the Lord said, guess what? Why is a band of music not to be sing? Why not to be, guess what? Ministering or trying to bring out precepts like that. Let's go get that right quick, man.
What, that 32 and 5? Oh, wait, no. Hold on.
4.
4, yeah. The book of Sirach, chapter 32, verse 4. Pour not out words where there is a musician.
He said, don't pour out word where there is a musician. Read.
And shew not forth wisdom out of time.
And he said, don't show wisdom out of time. Meaning what? Just like with the Levites, they was there. And their job was to straight minister. They couldn't even minister to the people. Why? Because The cloud of the Lord, it filled the place up, man.
God.
That's what we want, man. We want, hey, we want to feel that joyful noise, man, of the Lord, man. Feel that joyful noise of the Lord.
God.
No more juice, man. Straight water.
God. So let me knock that in there real quick.
No, you gonna knock that juice out.
Nah, I don't know. Might be too deep continued on that one.
Shit. That juice is juicing, man.
Yeah, that 3% doing what it is, huh?
That juice is juicing, man.
Yeah.
Right?
So would it go at 3 and 4? Or just 3 or just 4?
You can go start at verse 3.
Yeah.
You can put 3 and 4 on that mug.
3 and 4.
Right? But that let you know how the spirit of the Lord, like you said, you got the trumpets blowing, you got singing going. Man, the Lord is hearing that thing, man. Right? Because that's what we want. We want the Lord, man. You will want. Why would you want to not let the Lord hear? All right? Why would you not want the Lord to hear you cry, man? Right? Go to First Maccabees right quick. No, before we go there, Salaki, we're gonna go to First Maccabees. I want to go to Psalm chapter 81. Psalm chapter 81. 81. 81. Verse 1.
The book of Psalms, chapter 81, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Sing aloud unto God our strength.
All right.
Make a joyful noise unto the God of Jacob.
So the Lord told us to make a joyful noise unto the God of Jacob, right? Read.
Take a song and bring hither the tremble, the pleasant harp with the psaltery.
Right, with the psaltery. Right, read.
Blow up the trumpet in the new moon.
So the Lord said, blow up the trumpet in the new moons. Read.
In the time appointed.
In the time appointed, man. Read.
On our solemn feast days.
So on our solemn feast days, the Lord told us to blow that trumpet up, man. Right? You should be singing, trumpets blowing.
Yeah.
Right? We want the Lord to fill our room up, man.
Yeah.
Right? We don't want to be on feast days. Guess what? The feast day all dead, dry. Man, we should be turning up for the Lord, man.
Yeah.
Right? We should be just straight. Turn up, turn up, turn up.
Yeah.
Like a mud for the Lord, man.
Yeah.
Right? We should be turning up, man. Right? Because you got to think, every time, this is why the memorial blowing trumpet is what it is, because every time that we had to blow the trumpet for the Lord to hear us. Just like we blow the trumpet, guess what, for the Lord to hear, guess what, for him to fill the room up on the Sabbath day.
Yeah.
We blow the trumpet for the Lord to hear us, guess what, on the new moons or the high holy days. Mm-hmm. Right? We blow the trumpet, guess what, when we get ready to go to war, we blow the trumpet. Mm-hmm. These things mean that we want the Spirit of the Lord to be on us, man.
Yeah.
Right? We need these things, man. Right? So let's check out how Brother Maccabees get down, man. First,
you want me to finish that 3?
Thought you already finished 3.
No, I just said time appointed.
You said on our Solomon feet. Solomon.
Oh,
Yeah.
I said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can read it again. What you want.
Blow up the trumpet in the new moon, in the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
Right? Verse 4.
Verse 4. For this was a statute for Israel,
Mm-hmm.
and a law of the God of Jacob.
Right? They're going to be our law today.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
We ain't blowing no trumpet.
Go to First Maccabees chapter 4. Chapter 4 and verse 1.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 1. Then took Gorgias 5,000 footmen.
Gorgias, this is a general, man. Read.
And 1,000 of the best horsemen, and removed out of the camp by night.
Right? Because they left out by night. Right? Read.
To the end he might rush in upon the camp of the Jews.
So what he was trying to do is to catch us in the middle of the night, right? And to try to destroy us, right? Let me see.
Well, the heathens always try that.
That's what they do. They want a sneak attack on us, man. Right?
That's how they did Gad and Reuben during the Green Ear Corn Festival, which is the Passover.
Damn, bro, you said that you kind of throw me off. I was trying to find something right quick. That's why I be trying to. Well, I say, no, that ain't what I want. He said, not 12 hours a day. See if I can find it. Let me see. I was trying to find it in it's in Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. It said at night coming with no man work.
Night coming with no man work.
Yep, that's what I want. It said night coming with no man work. That's what I want. I think I'm right. I think I'm close to it right now. It's not 12 hours in the day, the night coming. No man work.
John 9 and 4.
That's it. I told you I'm close to it. I'm on John 10. Go to John 9. Go to John chapter 9, verse 4. This is the reason why. Like, they knew our custom, right? And by them knowing our custom, they knew when nighttime come, what we did, we laid it down. We wasn't all out there in the streets and doing all that other stuff, man. That's why we were so distinguished, man, on who we are. Right? Read that.
The book of John, chapter 9, verse 4. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day.
While it was day, read.
The night cometh when no man can work.
You see how they go? Because we don't even supposed to be working at night. That ain't even our custom. But you think Esau give a damn about our custom? Hell no. The Lord said a night coming with no man work. Why do you think that they was trying to, even in battle, why you think they was trying to battle us, man? At night. That precept of John 9 and 4 is Psalms chapter 104 and verse 23. Right? Why you think they were trying to come at night? Or why you think they try to fight us on a Sabbath day? They're going to always try to fight when we can't fight back. That's why the Lord, hey, man, tell Christ, man, go on die for him, man. These heathens going to keep on trying to destroy my people, man. I'm about to go on here and kill their ass off. Right? But let's read it out.
You want to go back to Maccabees?
Yeah, we're going back to Maccabees chapter 4.
All right. Just
setting the tone of it.
All right, I'm going to go back to verse 2. The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 2.
So guess what? They came to Israel by night, right? Because they wanted to catch Israel up, right? With verse 2, read.
To the end, he might rush in upon the camp of the Jews.
Because they wanted to rush in on while they was at the house, while they was chilling, read.
And smite them suddenly.
Read.
And the men of the fortress were his gods.
Right, so the men of the fortress was his God, meaning what? They had people in the forefront. Here they go. That they right here. So they basically had spies out for them. Man, read.
Now when Judas heard thereof, he himself removed, and the valiant men with him, that he might smite the king's army, which was at Emmaus. So
when Judas heard what they was trying to do, guess what he did? He knew they was coming. He left out. Watch what Judas do. Because Judas still kept the laws. Watch that. Because the Lord said today, guess what? Let's do the work while it's day. Because the night come when no man do work. Watch how Judas did this. Read.
Verse 4. While as yet the forces were dispersed from the camp in the mean season.
In the mean season. It said in the mean season. Meaning that goes into winter, right? Read.
Came Gorgias by night into the camp of Judas.
Mm-hmm.
And when he found no man there,
He found no man there, read.
he sought them in the mountains.
So he went looking for them in the mountains, read.
For said he, these fellows flee from us.
So these fellows flee from us, read.
But as soon as it was day, Judas shewed himself in the plain.
Hold on. When did he come?
In the day.
He came in the day. Because he knew what? Our custom. You see how our forefathers literally tried their best to keep the laws, man.
Wait, hold on. There's something else. They couldn't see us at night. You can't see us at night. That's it. But daytime is surprise.
No, see, but the thing is, nighttime was their prize. It wasn't the day. The nighttime was their prize.
No, I said surprise when they saw him in the daytime because they couldn't find him at night.
No, I don't know where you're going with it.
Because we dark skinned and they couldn't see us.
No. Our custom is no man do no work at night.
No, I agree with that. I don't not.
So when Judas removed, why Judas didn't battle their ass in the middle of the night?
Because we couldn't.
Because we couldn't. That's the whole.
But they couldn't find them either. Though.
So let's stay on point with us. Let's stay on point. Right? Let's stay on point. No, he said they showed up early. Yeah, they tried to show up early.
Yeah. Against
the children of Israel. Mm-hmm. They tried to, but get what? The Lord made them off. Went out. Made Judas had to go hide out. But when day came, right? Now he can fight. That's why I say don't. That's kind of threw me off with that. But go ahead.
Judas showed himself in the plain with 3,000 men.
He showed himself in the plain with 3,000 men. Read.
Who nevertheless had neither armor nor swords to their minds.
Why did they say they had not armor or swords to their mind?
They were focused on the Sabbath.
Huh?
They were focused on the Sabbath.
No. This is why they said they had neither nevertheless they had neither armor nor swords on their mind, meaning that they was not warriors. These were regular everyday men. They wasn't warriors. These men wasn't men of war. They was no men of war. So guess what happened? Judas got regular old farmers and regular old workers, and look what the other people had. Read on.
Verse 7. And they saw the camp of the heathen, that it was strong.
Get what? They saw the camp of the heathen. It was strong. Read.
And well harnessed.
And they were well harnessed. Read.
And could pass round about with horsemen.
Right.
And these were expert of war.
You see? But our men didn't even have war in their mind. But guess what? They men was what? Expert of war. Think about that. Think about that. Watch it, read.
And there said Judas to the men that were with him.
What did he say?
Fear ye not.
He said, don't fear them, read.
Their multitude, neither be ye afraid.
He said, don't be afraid.
Thought.
Read.
Remember how our fathers were delivered in the Red Sea.
So remember how our fathers were delivered in the Red Sea, read.
When Pharaoh pursued them with an army.
That's Exodus chapter 14, verse 21 through 29. Right? Hey, you see how our forefathers, he just run down the history for them right quick. That's how we build our nation up now. Remember how our forefathers did this. Right? Read.
Verse 10. Now therefore, let us cry unto the heavens. If peradventure the Lord will have mercy upon us.
Right.
And remember the covenant of our fathers and destroy this host before our face.
So guess what? It said, let us cry unto the Lord, right? So they can destroy these people, man. Because he want the Lord to destroy them, man. Or why the Lord said, hold your peace, I'm going to fight for you, man. Right? But watch this, read.
This day, that so all the heathen may know that there is one who delivereth and saveth Israel.
Right, read.
Then the strangers lifted up their eyes and saw them coming over against them. Verse 13, wherefore they went out of the camp to battle. But they that were with Judas,
what they do?
Sounded their trumpets.
You see how they go? Yeah. This is how we cried out to the Lord. We sounded the damn trumpet, man. Right? They went out there, they came out to battle us, but guess what we did? We sounded the alarm for those. We got our trumpet and sounded the alarm. We trying to, get what? This is another way that we did. We called out, when we sounded the alarm, we called out to let the Lord fight for us, man. Right? That's a major thing, man. Right? Men of war, these weren't even men of war, these was regular men. They just called, they were Judas, and Judas putting their spirit on them to fight, man. But how did they fight? They blew that dang on trumpet, man. Read.
Verse 14. So they joined battle, and the heathen, being discomfited, fled into the plains.
You see how that the trumpet, when the Lord, guess what? We alerted the Lord, and the Lord discomforted the heathens, man. Right? Read.
Howbeit, all the hindmost of them were slain with the sword.
So guess what? All the valiant men, they were slain with the sword. Read.
For they pursued them into Gazaria and unto the plains of Idumea.
Right? Because they went into the plains. I'm talking about wherever they was there, we was on their heels, man. Right? Read.
And Azotus. And Jamina. So that there were slain of them upon 3,000 men. This done Judas returned again with his host from pursuing them.
Right? So guess what? After they did that, Judas returned from pursuing them, man. Right? I'm talking about he just came out from pursuing them because guess what? He already know what he needed to do. Let's call on the Lord, man. That's how we defeat them, man. We got to call our God to defeat them, man. Right? It's a simple thing, man. Right? That's just a simple thing. Go to Joshua, man, chapter 6, man. How we called onto the Lord, man. The Lord just straight fought for us, man. Let me see something right quick.
Joshua 6.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, my bad. Joshua chapter 6, verse 1.
The book of Joshua, chapter 6, verse 1.
Right.
Now Jericho was straitly shut up because of the children of Israel.
All right.
None went out and none came in.
So get what? They shut the city of Jericho down. Right? Said nobody can go out, nobody can come in. Right? Read.
Verse 2. And the Lord said unto Joshua.
What he say unto Joshua?
See, I have given unto thy hand Jericho, and the king thereof, and the mighty men of valor.
So get what? The Lord said, I done gave y'all. He said, look, he told Joshua, Jericho, I need y'all to go there. Nobody can come out, nobody can come in. I need y'all to go there. I'm going to give you all their kings, I'm going to give you their valor. He said, I'm going to let you destroy their armies. All right, read.
Verse 3. And ye shall compass the city, all ye men of war, and go round about the city once. Thus shalt thou do 6 days.
So he told Joshua, you go around the city once every day for 6 days. Right? Read.
And 7 priests shall bear before the ark 7 trumpets of ram's horns.
So guess what? This was another thing that they used. As far as the trumpet, they used the ram horns. Meaning this. Chauffeur. They use the chauffeur, man. Why do you think we blow the chauffeur here? That we use the chauffeur. Same thing as the trumpet. Right? Read on.
And the 7th day ye shall compass the city 7 times.
So every day you go around the city 1 time, but on the 7th day, you go around 7 times. Right? Read.
And the priest shall blow the trumpet.
And the priest shall blow the trumpet. Guess what? Get what they call the chauffeur? The trumpet. Right? Read.
And it shall come to pass that when they make a long blast.
You see how they go? A long blast. Right? Read.
With the ram's horn.
With the ram's horns, read.
And when ye hear the sound of the trumpet, and all the people shall shout with a great voice. And the wall of the city shall fall down flat. And the people shall ascend up, every man straight before him.
Right, so guess what's up? That means he gonna put great fear on the deck. Some of them gonna be dropping dead, man. He said they're gonna ascend up, man. Right, some of these people finna just straight drop dead once this wall fall, bro. Because they know they ain't got no damn protection, man.
That's it.
Right? Read.
Verse 6. And Joshua the son of Nun called the priests and said unto them, take up the ark of the covenant, and let 7 priests bear 7 trumpets of ram's horn before the ark of the Lord.
So guess what? They was ready. Guess what? And they followed the instructions. And when they followed the instructions, guess what happened?
Verse 7.
Jump down to verse 18.
All right, verse 18. And ye, in any wise, keep yourselves from the accursed thing, lest ye make yourselves accursed.
Right.
When ye take the accursed thing, and make the camp of Israel a curse.
Right,
and
read.
trouble it.
And trouble it, read on.
And all the silver and gold, and vessels of brass and iron, are consecrated unto the Lord.
Right.
They shall come into the treasury of the Lord.
So you're telling them, when y'all get ready to take this city over, don't bring nothing to your house. Right? Everything belongs to the Lord. So don't take, I gave y'all this city. I'm telling you how to take over this, but you don't take nothing to your house, though. Right? Verse 20.
Verse 20. So the people shouted when the priests blew the trumpets. And it came to pass, when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat. So
if the wall fell down flat, what day is this got to be? What day is this?
6 days?
No.
Wait, the Sabbath.
The 7th day.
Yeah, the Sabbath. But I remember it said you're supposed to do it for 6 days.
Yeah. That's the 7th day. Yeah, that's right, Hosea. It was the 7th day. I don't know if it was the Sabbath, but I know it was the 7th day.
We had jumped down. So
I know, but it says, but we just read it. It said supposed to go blow one time every 6 days, but when the wall supposed to fall, when on the 7th day, right? Big con, Hosea, right? So the wall fell flat. Read.
And the wall fell flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him. And they took the city.
And they took the city, read.
And they utterly destroyed all that was in the city. Both man and woman, young and old, and ox and sheep and ass, with the edge of the sword.
This right here was, well, who was supposed to do this? Let me see. Hold on. Who was supposed to do this? Who was supposed to follow the instructions like this? Who was supposed to, put it in the chat, who was supposed to follow instructions like this? Let me see. Let me see if y'all with me. Brothers and sisters, put it in the chat. Let me see how much y'all supposed to. Saul, that's what yes. That's what said Saul.
Yeah.
Hosea said the Levites know Saul. In this particular moment right here, the Levites, but Saul was supposed to do that. He wasn't supposed to take, he's supposed to be utterly to destroy everything, but he didn't do it. Saul had messed up like a mug. Right? I'm talking about he straight messed up like a mug. Wouldn't do it, man. Saul told his butt, man, messing around like that, and the Lord gave him straight commandments. Like, no, you do what I say. You spin records. Right? Where we at?
Verse 22.
Verse 22?
Yeah.
Now, that's Rahab. But he blessed Rahab them house. Right? He did that.
This one where Khan had done stole that stuff and got his whole family killed.
Yes. Yes.
He
got his whole damn family killed trying to steal some stuff.
His sins cost his family his life. That's, yeah, brought that down that time.
Yeah. I wanted to. Okay, let me ask y'all another. I'm gonna ask y'all another thing. So I need a precept too. I need a precept. What's gonna happen when Christ come back? Pertaining to this class. Don't go nowhere else. Pertaining to this class, what's gonna happen when Christ come back? Let's see where they go. Pertaining to this class, I need a precept gonna show me what happened when Christ come back.
Got a couple of them.
He's supposed to.
That's what I figured it was.
I need a precept. Come on, y'all preceptors. Don't get scared now. Yeah. Put brothers on the spot. Sisters on the spot. Hosea, that's one of them. That's one of them, Hosea. What is it? Revelation 8. Sister Mary used to say Revelation 8.
Yeah, 6 to 8. 7 angels sounding their trumpet.
Guess what? Yahweh's little one. That's a good precept. Them all good precept. Them good precept. Matthew 24 and 31 is a good precept. Revelation 10. Revelation 10 through 12. Let's see. Revelation 10. Revelation 10 don't got 12 through 16 now. I knew that. I told Revelation. Did I read that one wrong? Hey, Shamel being, oh, he's at 19. I was finna say, damn, Revelation 10, they ain't even got though. Got on the Bible you read. As youngers. As younger, that's the precept I'm looking for. 1 Thessalonians 4. Let's go there right quick.
The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven.
He said the Lord himself shall ascend from heaven, read.
With the shout.
With the shout, read.
With the voice of the archangel.
And the voice of the archangel, which goes into Revelation chapter 8. Brothers and sisters, you make sure you write that down. It goes with Revelation chapter 8. That's why I say it was a good precept, because it goes with it. Right? This is how you match up precept upon precept. Right? Read.
With the shout and with the voice of the archangel.
With the voice of the archangel, read.
And with the trump of God.
And with the what?
And with the trump of God.
And he gonna be coming with the trump of God. Right? Read.
And the dead in the Hamashiach shall rise first.
So when they hear that trump, guess what that trump gonna be doing? Sounding the alarm. Right? Because because you gotta think, man. That when he said a trump of God, what kind of trump God got, man? I'm talking about, boy. What kind of trump God got? Let's see what kind of trump God got. See what kind of trump he got. Watch this.
I say thunder.
Say thunder.
Yeah.
Let's go to Exodus 20. It'll show you what kind of trump he got. What kind of trump God got? Exodus chapter 20. And verse 18. This is what kind of trump God coming with. Alright?
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 18. And all the people saw the thunderings and lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking.
And the mountain smoking, read.
And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off.
And they removed and they stood afar off, right? That's the trumpet, man. Right? Want that big trumpet, man. I'm talking about big trumpet.
Like a tornado.
Dwight from Indiana. Indiana in the building, man. Arkansas, Indiana. Guess what? California. Shoot. Florida. You know. Bruce in the building, man. Man, I was thinking about how the Lord, how they had to touch this, the Lord told them not to touch this mountain in Exodus chapter 19. That was pretty tough, but that's a heavy class, boy. That's a nice little class going to. Yeah, sleepy time, no sleep. Yeah. Time, no sleep. Yeah. It's something in Numbers chapter 10 I wanted. Let's go back to Numbers chapter 10. I wanted to touch something before I get ready to get out of here. Because, okay, I know we had already read how when they sound the alarm on the west side or the east side and the west side and the south side, how they had the different assemblies. Because you got to think the Levites in the Ark of the Covenant was before us. They was on the north side of us, right? And so you got the alarms. You got the long, loud alarms. These things right here is the earthquake alarm. You can tell. Why would you blow a horn for a long time for you to eat? When you get in a doo, guess what? These certain alarms that they did was for the assembling of the people. But if you hear the alarm coming from this side, you knew it was something. You hear the alarm coming from that side, you knew it was something. But if you hear a strong alarm coming, guess what? They already knew it. All right. That's a good precept, Shamal bin Yasharal. It's a good precept. Go to Numbers chapter 10. And verse 10.
The book of Numbers, chapter 10, verse 10. Also in the day of your gladness.
So the day, what's the day of our gladness? Any brothers and sisters know, what's the day of the gladness? I'm sure I already know this. What's the day of gladness? What's the day of gladness? In this context what we read in Numbers chapter 10. In the feast, Yahweh's little one, man, that man on point, man. You on point, Yahweh's little one. That's why we got in trouble. Watch this, go. It's at the day of gladness. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. This is why the Lord got mad at us, right? Because we on our feast days, brothers and sisters come in on feast days, be full of hell and full of rage. Man, hey, then you wonder why you got a bad month. You wonder why our stuff ain't just going right. You can't come in full of hell, man, and think the Lord just gonna keep blessing. Man, come on, it don't work that way. How you come in on the Sabbath day and you full of hell? Come on, man. Read this for a while. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 47.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord with thy...
Read that over again.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47. Read that.
Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
He said, because we service not the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart. This is the gladness what the Lord talking about, man. We supposed to be serving the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart. Read.
For the abundance of all things.
We supposed to be, these are the day of gladness, right? That it's talking about for the abundance of all things. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
So since we didn't want to serve our God, the Lord said we're going to serve our enemies. Right? He gave us high holy days. We supposed to be kept.
God.
He gave us the Sabbath days. We supposed to keep.
God.
And guess what? And when we not doing those things, the Lord got a problem with that. If I'm the Most High God, and I tell my people to do something and they ain't doing what I tell them to do, I'm gonna have a problem with that. Right? Because we serve the Lord, because we didn't serve the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart. Meaning, guess what? Our people thought it was a problem to keep the Sabbath day. Our people thought it was a problem to keep God's high holy day. And they still do. They still do. Read it.
God. Verse 48 for the top. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against
the Lord gonna send these people against us, man. Read.
In hunger.
In hunger.
And in thirst.
And in thirst.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness.
And
read.
in a want of all things.
Guess what? In a want of all things. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Right? That's the reason why the Lord got mad at us. Right? Because we didn't want to serve him with joyfulness and gladness of heart. Right? What did we do? We diminished our good works out of our own hand. That's Sirach 35 and 8, man. Right? It said, give unto the Lord his... He said, so the book of Sirach, chapter 35 and verse 8, give the Lord his honor with a good eye, and diminish not the first fruits of thy hands, man. Right? And all thy gifts, right? Go get the door. Yes. It says, in all thy gifts show a cheerful countenance, and dedicate thy tithes with gladness. Right? Even when you giving your alms, these things are supposed to be with gladness. Right? The Lord got a problem when we can't do those things, man. Right? That's why we don't want to diminish these good works out of our hands, man. Verse 10. Give unto the Most High according as he had enriched thee, and as thou hast gotten, give with a cheerful eye. For the Lord recompense will give thee 7 times as much. Why you think our people be so glad, our forefathers were so glad to give to the Lord? Reason why they were so glad to give to the Lord, because the Lord's going to give them 7 times as much. It literally just said that. It literally just said that. Right? That's why we got to make sure we stay on point with our thing, man. Right? The Lord wants us to stay on point with our stuff, man. Right? Why the Lord, why you think we read back and go back to Numbers chapter 10 right quick? In verse 10.
The book of Numbers, chapter 10, verse 10. Also in the day of your gladness.
In the day of your gladness, read.
And in your solemn feast days.
And in your, you see how they go? The day of our gladness is our solemn feast days. Read.
And in the beginning of your months.
And the beginning of your months, read.
ye shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offering.
So guess what? But what about the burnt offering? We ain't giving ourselves no burnt offerings, man. Right? Because Christ came and died for that, right? Let's go to Sirach chapter 35, man. We're going to get there right quick, man. Sirach 35, we got to get it. Start at verse 1, man.
The book of Sirach, chapter 35, verse 1. He that keepeth the law bringeth offerings enough.
He said, he that keepeth the law bringeth offerings enough. Read.
He that taketh heed to the commandment offereth a peace offering.
He said, he that taketh heed to commandment offers a peace offering. Read.
He that requireth, he that requiteth a good turn offereth fine flour.
So he said, he that requited a good turn, it's offer fine flour. That's good, man. Read.
He that giveth alms, sacrifice of praise.
Read on.
To depart from the wickedness.
So to depart from wickedness is a thing of pleasing to the Lord, man. Right? Read.
And to forsake unrighteousness is propitiation.
Propitiation. Read.
Thou shalt not appear empty before the Lord.
This is why the Lord said don't appear empty. This is what the Almighty telling us, man. Right? Read.
For all these things are to be done because of the commandment.
All these things are supposed to be done because the Lord told us to do it, man. Right? Read.
The offering of the righteous maketh the altar fat.
He said the altar, he said the what again?
The offering of the righteous maketh the altar fat.
He said the offering of the righteous maketh the altar fat. Read.
And the sweet Savior, thereof is before the Most High.
Right? This is the Lord smelling in his solemn assembly, man. Right? Read.
The sacrifice of a just man is acceptable, and the memorial thereof shall never be forgotten.
Right? This is what the Lord say. No, it said it should never be forgotten, man. Read.
Give the Lord his honor with a good eye.
So give the Lord his honor with a good eye. Read.
And diminish not the first fruits of thy hands.
And so don't diminish the first fruits of your hands. Read. Of the Lord of your hands. Read.
In all thy gifts shew a cheerful countenance.
In all your gifts, everything that you're doing for the Lord, you're supposed to be doing in a cheerful countenance, man. Read.
And dedicate thy tithes with gladness.
Right? Read on.
Give unto the Most High according as he have enriched thee.
So give unto the Most High according as he enriched thee. Read.
And as thou hast gotten, give with a cheerful eye.
Why? Verse 11 is telling you why.
Verse 11. For the Lord's recompense, and will give thee 7 times as much.
Do you see that? That's why the Lord tells us to do these things, man. Right? You can't outgive the Lord. Who think they can outgive the Lord, bro?
Okay.
How can you outgive the Lord?
Okay.
Like, how in the hell you think you can outgive the Lord? Who can outgive the Most High? Right? It makes no sense, man. Right? Watch this. We're going to another one of these things right quick before I get out of here. Go to Joel right quick. Joel. Joel chapter 2 and start at verse 12.
The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 12. Therefore also now, saith the Lord, turn ye even to me,
right,
with all your heart.
So the Lord said, turn y'all to me with our own hearts, right? Read.
And with fasting, and with weeping.
And with fasting and weeping, read.
And with mourning.
And with mourning, right? Read.
And rend your heart, and not your garments.
So he said, rend the hearts and not the garments. Read.
And turn unto the Lord your God, for he is gracious,
right,
and merciful, slow to anger.
Slow to anger.
And of great kindness, and repenteth him of the evil.
So the Lord will take away his evil deeds, man. He'll take away the evil he don't put on us, man.
God.
Right? Watch this, read.
Verse 14. Who knoweth if he will return and repent and leave a blessing behind him, even a meat offering and a drink offering unto the Lord your God.
So he said, who knoweth if the Lord, he said, if he will return and repent and leave it. A meat offering, a drink offering. We just got finished reading about a peace offering and a burnt offering. Read.
Blow the trumpet in Zion.
So the Lord said, blow the trumpet in Zion for what?
Sanctify a fast. Call a solemn assembly.
So guess what? Even when we sanctify a fast, what the Lord tell us to do?
Call a solemn assembly.
It says to blow the trumpet in Zion, man, and sanctify a fast, man, for a calling of assembly. So guess what? Even when we was getting ready to do a fast, we blew the trumpet then.
Done.
Right?
Done.
Go to Ezekiel chapter 33, man. Start at verse 1.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 33, verse 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people.
He said, speak to the children of thy people, read.
And say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman.
So guess what? Save a person, the Lord said, I'll bring a sword in the land. And the people put a man at watch, right? Read.
If he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people.
So guess what? People use a trump to warn the people, right? Read.
Verse 4. And whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning,
what happened?
If the sword come and he take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
So why you think? He said, the Lord said, so if I sent the sword in the land and I blow the trumpet and you heard it and you disregarded the trump, guess what? That should be on your own head, man. Right, read.
Verse 5. And heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
But if you take warning, you deliver your soul. Read.
But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet.
But if the watchman see it and don't blow the trumpet, read.
And the people be not warned.
And the people be not warned, read.
If the sword come and take away any person.
If the sword come and take away any person, what happens?
From among them, he is taken away in his iniquity. But his blood will I require at the watchman's hand.
Why you think the Lord, why do you think the trump is so endeavored that we supposed to do it, man? So if we literally supposed to be blowing a trump and we don't do it, whatever, guess what? The Lord gonna kill the person that did it. But he gonna kill the person also that didn't blow it when he told them that he's supposed to do it. Right? That's why it's so important. Why you think the memorial trump, but blowing the trumpets is so important? Because this is our heritage. It's something that the Lord wants us to come back to doing, man. Again, man. He ain't playing no games with us. He wants us literally to be doing these things, man. Right? That's what the Lord literally wants us to do, right? I know we've been talking about the sacrifice. We know we don't make the sacrifices no more. Let's go to Ephesians right quick. Chapter 5. No, we don't do the sacrifices no more. Ephesians chapter 5. No, we read that in Sirach chapter 35. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 2.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 2. And walk in love, as Christ also have loved us.
Right, read.
And have given himself for us an offering and a sacrifice to God for a sweet smelling savor. So guess what?
It says that he said, walk in love as Christ had loved us. Because he had given himself for an offering. Right? This is the offering that the Lord expected us to do. That's why we don't have to, during the memorial, blowing the trumpet and all the rest of our holy days, this is why we ain't got to give the sacrifice no more. Christ already gave it for us. He already paid that for us, man. Right? Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 2 right quick. Christ already paid that for us, so we ain't got to be giving a sacrifice for that anymore. Right? 1 Peter chapter 2. and verse 5. This is the sacrifice that we supposed to give. Read.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse 5. Ye also, as lively stones.
So he said, ye also, the children of Israel is the lively stones, man. Read.
Are built up a spiritual house.
So the Lord made us a spiritual house. Read.
A holy priesthood.
And now we are holy priesthood, right? Read.
To offer up spiritual sacrifices.
What the Lord want us to do?
To offer up spiritual sacrifices.
We give spiritual sacrifices now, right?
Acceptable to God by Hamashiach Yahushua.
So this is the reason, this is the sacrifice we give now, right? I know a lot of people say we ain't got a temple and that's part of it and all that, but the Lord told us to give a spiritual sacrifice, man. That's what we doing now. We do nothing but spiritual sacrifices. All to the Most High, man. Right? This is how you bring this thing to a head, man. And with that, we give our honor and praise to the Most High and His Son, Yahushua. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for tuning in. Y'all like and share the video. Help us push this truth around the four corners of the earth. Let's go to Psalms chapter 81. Psalms chapter 81. That's what we say we get there. Let's read that. 3 and 4.
Psalms chapter 81, verse 3. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon.
He said, blow up the trumpet in the new moon. Read.
In the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
He said, in the time appointed on our solemn feast day. Read.
For this was a statute for Israel.
He said, this is a statute for Israel.
And a law of the God of Jacob.
And the law of the God of Jacob, man. All praise to the Most High for you brothers and sisters tuning in. Y'all like and share the video. Help us push the truth around the four corners of the earth. Amen. Memorial blowing the trumpet coming in tomorrow. All praise to the Most High for you brothers and sisters tuning in again. And with that, we give our honor and praise to the Most High and His Son, Yahushua. Amen. Hey, brothers and sisters, help us push this truth around the four corners of the earth, man. We still need to pay for the building. We still need to pay for the light. Right? Still got to give with a cheerful heart, man, to try to help us keep this thing going, man. We got the Cash App, Zelle. I don't know, man.
What is PayPal?
PayPal.
Vimeo?
I don't know. All kind of stuff.
Shimia said, what's your Cash App?
Yeah.
Samuel.
Hit the thing, Samuel. We'll give it to you. It's a Battle Axe cash out. All right.
Is it in the description?
Huh?
It's in the description.
It's in the description.
That's what Barakai said.
But yeah, Barakai said, he said, look in the description. But anyway, man, thank y'all brothers and sisters tuning in. Y'all like and share the video. Help us push this truth around the damn four corners of the earth. We ready to get the hell up out of here, man. Boy, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm tired in the mud. I can't even lie. But, shalom, bros and she bros. Y'all have a good week. Hey, if I don't see y'all until the Sabbath, hey, happy new moon. Happy memorial blowing the trumpet. I'm gonna blow the trumpet. See if I got a little something in me. Y'all, I failed. Got a little bit in me.
Got a little bit.
A little bit. Shalom, Mox. She bros. For real.